My name is Reshmi. I head the People and Culture team at Baraja. And I'm going to be talking about why do we need LiDAR and why Baraja's spectrum scan LiDAR is the solution. I would be introducing about my company Baraja. I would also be talking about self-driving, how is it going to be impacting you and me and what the future looks like. And self-autonomous driving cars require sensors, and LiDAR, which is light detection and ranging, is one of them. So I'm going to be also touching on the advantages and the technology behind Baraja's spectrum scan LiDAR. So we are headquartered here in Sydney. We're 100 people at the moment with offices in Shanghai and San Francisco. We're backed by Blackbird Ventures, Sequoia, Main Sequence, and Prisma. So self-driving is coming, whether you like it or not. And you must have seen a picture like this in magazines. So this is something which would make you productive. But what we're working towards is with our customers to take that steering wheel away. What would that look like? It's a concept of driving, and you are not driving. You're relaxing in a pod and taking a work call if you need to. And then you might want to consider saying getting a massage, or you're tired, you're sleeping, or you want to get your nails done and maybe get a haircut. So that's the world which looks like, and you're actually sleeping and you're feeling safe. Driving is a safety issue. So if you look at it, there are over 1 million per year deaths on the road due to driving accidents. Over 10 to 15 million people are injured or disabled. 94% of this is usually due to human errors. They're distracted, they're drinking and driving, or they're on WhatsApp, texting. So what's the solution? So self-driving autonomous cars is the solution. And so a self-autonomous driving car requires sensors. And there are various sensors. There is a 360-degree radar, which is for the proximity of a car to look at long-range distance. There is a forward and a backward camera, which would scan color. That's to look at signals, signs, and perception of the vehicle. There's compute at the back to compute all this together. And then there is GPS, which is to geolocate. And the most important of it is on the top is a LiDAR, the light detection and ranging. This specific LiDAR is a Velodyne LiDAR, which is mounted on top. This is from Uber's website. This is what the LiDAR they've been using. And Velodyne LiDAR has got 64 lasers lined in an array, and it spins 10 times per second. And that gives a 360-degree view of the environment. This is what it looks like from a Velodyne LiDAR. So the white lines you see are the lasers, which are scanning the environment and comes back. And it gives you a pretty good picture of the trees, pedestrians, lane pathways. This is what we call a point cloud. And if you look at this, there are a few limitations. One, you can see there are gaps between the lasers. And secondly, it's a zoomed-in view. You can see 50 to 60 meters. And it's kind of going really slow. What happens if there's a kid, small child, crossing the street at 200 meters? You should be able to stop. And that's basically the disadvantage of this LiDAR. The current state of LiDAR is it lacks range, there's not enough resolution, it's expensive and bulky. What does Baraja's spectrum scan LiDAR do? So the technology behind is where we would be looking at the same kind of technology, but we are looking at different scans which goes through the LiDAR. This is a car at the Clover, which you can see in between. What reception you're getting is with more color and light. And this point cloud, basically, you could look at more details of the trees. You can see the lane crossings and the markings in here. And if you look at this, there is one of our engineers walking across the street. On the left is a bird's eye view. And we could look at him. He's wearing dark clothes. And you can see him at 250 meters. So our LiDAR basically can go up to 200 meters for dark objects, 250 with bright objects. It's got amazing resolution to detect hard objects. And it's a simplicity and reliable, and it's a cheaper option. So therefore, I would end with a note with our motto, we move light, so you can move mountains or not crash into them. Thank you.